Hey everyone, Pablo here. It's been a while in a terrible lit room, but it's quiet, so there's an upside. It's quiet because I went away to visit other family, and I'm stuck with homework. That's why I haven't done a video in a while. Plus, I'm sick. Doctor says I have an infected throat, which is ironic because if you know me, I don't talk a lot unless I'm with my friends. So yeah, during mid conversation, I might start coughing. Oh, well, I think might's even a little down. But yeah, I might edit that out. So over the break, I had some really good video ideas. The problem is, it involves me talking a lot, which will be really long. So I decided to do a three-part video, in which, for this video, I'm talking about the Ashes 10 theories. The next one, I'll explain why Ashes 10, and then finally, I'll explain why most fans, well, basically the older fans, want Ash to age. I'll actually find a psychological approach. Over winter break, I, I like my mind just went on overload. I kept overthinking everything from boredom. So, people do weird things when they're bored. Some people just go on Instagram and just take incredibly disturbing pictures. I blow my own mind. So, the Ashes 10 theory. Normally when it comes, I don't know why, but I like cartoon theories, but most of them I find dumb. So I like cartoon theories because it gives the cartoons we've all known and loved as children a deeper meaning. It makes you think like, oh my god, maybe it's more than just like some show I watch on Saturday mornings. But then a lot of them are just terrible. Okay, let me categorize cartoon theories. Okay, so we got these two circles here, and they kind of interact or something like that. So, okay, see, we got these two circles here. Hopefully, you guys can see that. Okay, one circle is where all the theories are just terrible and make no sense. Basically, BS side. While on, I'm just gonna draw an arrow. While on this one, this is where the theories kind of actually make sense. And then over here where they meet, that's where it's kind of hard to tell which side it's on. Example, on the make sense side, over here, I've only two theories come to mind when I see this when it comes to make sense theory. And that's the Courage the Cowardly Dog theory, in which it's just the point of view of Courage, and the Simpsons are geniuses theory. Both of them I heard on the internet, so and when I read them up, and when I read and watched them, I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense. Here on the BS or terrible idea theories are basically just every theory that involves, oh, they're in a hospital, oh, they're dead, oh, it's a coma, basically, and there's way too many to count. And right here, like, sorry, right here. Let me just erase this. There it goes. Yeah, right there, in the middle, right here, where it kind of falls into place. It's either there's so much information, you're just forcing it, or it all just falls into place, and you're thinking, maybe. In my opinion, for that one, that's the whole. Most of the Cartoon Network shows are one universe. To me, that's that. So let me just erase this. So one of the theories for why Ashes 10 is the coma theory, in which I just find huge BS. Just I don't believe it. Man, I wake up for this. Basically, I don't believe it. It's dumb and way over explained. First of all, I think it's on the BS side. So the Ash's Coma theory basically relates to the first episode of Pokemon. Pokemon, I choose you. In which he gets struck by lightning, he gets hurt, Misty or someone finds him, and he is basically taken to the Pokemon Center, in which he must be healed because he's in a coma due to the lightning stroke that supposedly happened. And apparently every episode is just a dream due to his coma, so it's not real. Now, a lot of people are like debating this and all that kind of stuff, you know, and like it's all forced, like the information. It's like a huge long page of information that, okay, I hate reading, okay, so I'm not gonna read that huge paper. No, I'm not gonna read all that. No, 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 no. So, you know, like the whole, oh, each Pokemon is a part of him. Oh, Giovanni's the dad. That's why he never meets him and that kind of stuff. Okay, basically, there's a huge debates and everything about why this is true or not true. Okay, basically, I normally I talk a lot and just over explain things and overthink it, but there's actually a very simple way of disproving this theory. So a coma is kind of like a dream, and there's a difference between the dream world and the real world. Okay? So basically the rules in a dream are you can't see your reflection, you can't read, you can't feel pain, and you can't tell time. Those are the 4 rules of the dream. Did I say 3 earlier? I don't know. And from my experience, I've tried to lucid dream before, or at least be aware that I'm dreaming, so that I can have fun, And I had this one dream where I was in my mom's room. It's just this huge mirror in which I was able to recognize I was in a dream because I didn't see my reflection. And then I had another dream in which um, someone pushed me to a glass coffee table and I felt no pain. So that's one. Then I had another dream in which I was so paranoid, like I started thinking, is this reality or not? So I looked at my watch and time was all like messed up looking. So I knew I was in a dream. I knew I was in a dream. I knew I was in a dream. And then you can't read in a dream, so, and I don't like to read, so I couldn't really tell. So Ash has to feel pain. He has to be able to tell time. He has to be able to read. And he has to be able to see his own reflection, so that we 100% know that he is not dreaming, or if he is dreaming. This was so hard. It was so hard to find evidence. It was simple logic, but it was so hard to find evidence. Okay, so Ash reading. If you watch the anime episodes, like you'll see posters and like for Pokemon competitions, and you would think, oh, Ash read them. No, he actually says, "Hey Dawn," or "Hey Brock," "Hey Misty." What does this say? I was like, oh my god, they're so clever. But I found an episode. It was, I don't remember the episode's name, but it was the episode in which they introduced James's parents and how they are dead. They faked their death and everything. It was just a huge elaborate ruse. Ash actually found the sign and read it saying missing, and it showed a picture of young James. So found it. I don't have a picture though. So yeah. Next thing, you can't tell time. Yeah, when's time mentioned in Pokemon? Like have you ever showed a clock in Pokemon or a calendar? Time is rarely mentioned in Pokemon. Like if you watch the first season, beginning episodes, um, the narrator will like say it's been something, or Ash will say it's been like a week. And there's one episode, the School of Hard Knocks, where the girl asks how long has Ash been on his journey, and says like 2 months, I think. So Ash has told time, but you can't see him looking at a watch or a calendar saying, "Oh, it's been something something o'clock." So we're gonna have to disprove that. In a dream, you can't feel pain. Apparently, um, in some dreams, you don't feel pain, but you act as if you do. So it's kind of confusing. And Ash has been electrocuted by Pikachu's Thunderbolt been and has been flamethrowed by Charizard. So he's felt pain, but he could just be so deep in his dream that he'd be reacting to it. So that's like a maybe side. Final one. You can't see your reflection. Now this is kind of weird. Vampires don't see their reflection because they have no soul. In a dream, you can't see your reflection. So do we not have a soul? Or you can't just see your soul in the dream world? think about that. So that was actually kind of hard because they don't show mirrors a lot in the Pokemon world. They do show water reflections, so yeah. Now I remembered mirrors. Why does that sound so familiar? Mirrors, Pokemon. Why did that sound so familiar? Then I remembered the Giratina movie, in which they show Giratina, who is able to go from the reverse world to the real world using mirrors. And apparently other things can be transported through mirrors, in which, as you can see here, you can see a little bit. And this entire picture right here is a mirror. So basically, mirrors, reflections, that's Ash right there. The Ash's coma theory basically is busted. It is false. So if you ever have one of those Pokemon arguments with your friends, show them this video that proves to them that the Ash's coma theory is fake, okay? Now, the next theory of Ash's age explanation is the Ho-Oh theory, which I like better. But sadly, it's not 100% real-ish, I guess. So, in the Pokédex, apparently, which it is in some Pokédex regions, that when people see Ho-Oh, they are granted with eternal happiness. And people believe, oh, Ash's eternal happiness is to be young forever and explore his journey and make new friends and catch new Pokemon. People's counter argument are, how then, if Ash was granted eternal happiness, how come he freaking loses the league? The answer basically is that, you know, there's actually a counter to that counter. And it's that he wants to be a Pokemon Master. To become a Pokemon Master, you have to attend the league. That's it. You can go to the league and lose it, and you can still be a Master. You can go to the league and win it, and you can still be a Master. You can go to the league, beat the Elite Four, beat the champion, and you'll just be the champion. And kind of like the Master. So, yeah. Ash just had a kind of a low goal. So, you could have eternal happiness. The only problem is that Pokédex entry didn't come until around, what, Diamond and Pearl? So, there's some explanation to do. So, that's also kind of in the maybe section of what I talk about in theories. So, what do you guys believe? Is Ash 10 forever because of some induced drug coma thing? No. Could it be that he saw a magical bird that granted him eternal happiness and immortality? Maybe. Hey, Beats looking everywhere for like a whole bunch of Dragon Balls. So, you know, there's multiple theories on Pokemon. I just want to share the Ash's Coma theory because I was basically thinking a lot about the Pokemon anime and I found out a whole bunch of stuff. And, you know, yeah. That's pretty much it. If you like this video, click like, subscribe. And remember, this is going to be a 3-part video. So, today is part 1. The Ash's 10 theories. Then it's going to be part 2. Why is Ash 10? Then part 3. Ash is 10. And why do some fans want him to age? Psychologically speaking. Now, thank you guys for watching. And I hope you liked this video. I apologize that I did not do a video last week and the week before. So to make it up for you, I will tap in some random effects here, you know, just to just to entertain you. Some random effects here. Oh, what else we got? You know, just to entertain you guys. You know, let's stick with this. Let's stick with this. I don't know. You know. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. And don't forget to catch 'em all.